Hello Aquarius, welcome to your weekly forecast for the week of January 4th through the 10th of 2021. Happy New Year to you. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you're doing great. Hope you're ready for this new year. Lots of new energy this week in the astrology. Big time week. 3 major ingresses. Mars is going to come into your 4th house of Taurus. Been in your 3rd house for 6 months with a retrograde. Big deal there. We're going to have Mercury come into your 1st house of Aquarius, of course, and Venus is going to come into your 12th house of Capricorn. So take a look at the chart here. Mars is definitely the big deal this week. That Mars in Taurus is going to shake things up. It's going to come really close to Uranus over the next 2 weeks, or it will come across in the next 2 weeks. But for now, it's like just building up. It's also going to square that Mercury and Saturn. But Mars in the 4th house in general is not the easiest place. It's really hard to act on the ever-changing emotions. It's hard to act on the home life. It just brings up a lot of tension. Mars in the 4th brings up tension emotionally. It brings up tension with family. It can bring up tension with the home life. Luckily, it's only 2 months. Capricorns had to deal with this for 6 months with a retrograde. So not as bad, but Mars has to go through a lot here, so this could have you definitely be dealing with a lot of emotions. This could bring up emotional anger, so it's just kind of like you have to take deep breaths to work through some of this and let things, like emotions are like the tides, right? Like they're in and out. When they get up and they start to get intense, sometimes we have to take a deep breath and let them calm back down before we act and get too emotionally aggro, I'll be honest. So that's a big deal. Mercury moving into your 1st house is definitely bringing, what you want to move forward with to mind, how you're going to take action for it, especially with the square to Mars. Like they're looking at each other like, okay, how can you make the home life better? How can you act on it mentally and physically without, too much tension? I think that's the key to this transit, especially with Saturn in your 1st house. It's going to get really close to that. Mars square this week as well. Not quite exact. And then Jupiter in your 1st house is going to square that Uranus. Not exact, but again, definitely that energy is building in a big way. So there's just a lot going on between like what you want to push forward with, who you are, and like being able to find the comfort inside yourself. And I think that you don't want to like block yourself and put the walls up too much. You want to feel what's going on, and it could just feel like there's a lot, especially with Uranus and Jupiter and Saturn that are, Saturn's your ruling planet, so is Uranus. This is shaking up your identity. This is shaking up you emotionally. And I think that any way that you can ground and like kind of come back to yourself and not just like, be too aggressive or hard on yourself is very beneficial. But, that inner world's getting shaken up. The identity's kind of getting realized, and like where you want to really put yourself in this world and how you're going to move forward with a lot of new energy. I don't think that this is like a time to worry about this week, but when things come up emotionally, like they're getting shaken up for a reason to accelerate you towards something within yourself that you need to understand to take action on that will bring you the security and the comfort that you're looking for. So use this energy to show you what's going to bring you more comfort emotionally, that will let you be more individual, more of the individual that you are, and to drive forward with, what is passionate to you, without letting other things in life or family put you into a weird backed up space, I would say. Venus coming in your 12th house is definitely trying to show you the beauty of all things and like dream. I think that this is a beautiful aspect for you. And you do have the sun in the 12th house, which can be difficult and bring up a lot of unseen, it can bring up enemies out of nowhere. It can bring up fights out of nowhere, but it can also be really connected and have you like connect with source. And like, that's kind of like the mission of the 12th house transit, is to see the bigger picture and connect with higher energies. And then Venus is really trying to show you the beauty in all things. And if you can like make your dreams come to life, so by visualizing what you can have, by visualizing the world that you want to live in, Venus can be very powerful, and Venus is going to trine over to that Mars in your 4th house. So the more you can really connect with the wholeness within you, that's where the beauty's at. If there's any sort of aggression or anger or dealing with outside forces just taking you out of your zen, if you will, or out of your authenticity, like you can dream yourself basically into a better reality with Venus in the 12th. So Venus in the 12th is very nice. But you have to be able to see the vision, and you have to be able to see the value in all things and see the value of the work that you're putting in internally. Otherwise, you might just get swept away by some of this heavy 1st, 4th house. So there's a lot of very personal energy for you right now. I would say that the sun quincunx that north node in your 5th house is a big deal. It is by connecting to the universe and by seeing the wholeness and the oneness of all things that you can really embrace your heart, express yourself fully and creatively, and that's kind of where you're being guided to. So that's very powerful. Neptune in your 2nd house is going to sextile that sun in your 12th. Again, the more that you can step into the spiritual practices, to not get lost in any sort of aggression within yourself or within your home life, but to be true to yourself, to value yourself. Spirit's trying to show you how valuable and beautiful you really are, and how you have this beautiful place in creation right now. Like Aquarius, for real, like you guys are going to be a big, big part of this world that we're coming into. And that's kind of what Spirit's trying to show you right now, is how valuable your place is right now. But there's still like internal lessons. There's still a reality going on. Don't let it take you into a weird place. Use it to make things better. And Spirit's trying to show you that, and show you that confidence, that stability within yourself of just knowing that the universe has your back right now is going to open up so many doors for you as an individual, and to express yourself and to shine. But it's a heavy week, I'll be honest. You guys got this though. Wow, the Ace of Pentacles upright. I think there's a lot of new stories and a lot of just a new like gift that the universe is trying to show you. It just might feel shaken up inside of you at first, but how can you use that to your benefit? How can you shine through any sort of shaken up reality so that you see the gift? And it might just feel like a new journey's kind of going on within you, and that's good because that's evolution. And sometimes if we get too comfortable in something, we miss the opportunity to go into a new story that's really being divinely brought to you, of how you can create and how you can really find the ultimate value of this world. A lot of 12th house with Venus, Neptune, sextile the sun. It's a big time to trust the confidence within you, because Spirit's trying to show you how valuable that really is. And when you have that value of yourself, the physical world's going to open up this new story that's going to be really beneficial to you. I love you very much, Aquarius. I will catch you next time. Peace.